This podcast is brought to you by Penji. Penji is a creative subscription service that gives you access to pre-vetted, agency-trained creatives from all over the world. From graphic design to illustrations to social media management and web development, it's all included for one monthly price. It's time to say goodbye to the hassle of searching for top-notch creative talent. With Penji, you get quality and consistency delivered right to your inbox every day, carefully crafted for you by humans. So meet your new creative team today. Head over to penji.co for more and enter the coupon code located within the podcast show notes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fully Managed Podcast. This is the podcast where we discuss marketing tips, business tips, and so many other things to help assist you guys in your business journeys. I'm your host, Daniela, and I'm Penji's Partnership Coordinator. Today, I'm joined here with a very special guest, Turner Leslie from Maibox Power. Hi, Turner. How are you doing today?
Doing very well. I appreciate you having me on.
I'm so happy to have you on today. Your business to me is one of the most interesting ones that we've had because it's honestly so confusing, and at the same time intriguing. When I was
Yeah,
doing
okay.
research on you guys, I was like, okay, so they're like a shipping company. Um, but then you were talking about marketing, and I was like, what? They're a shipping company that also does marketing. I still don't think I'm 100% clear on it. So to get the ball rolling, get us started, tell us a little bit about yourself, about Mailbox Power, what you guys do. Shed some light on that for me.
For sure. I would love to. So, I've been in the marketing space for years. Out of college, I started working for a company called ClickFunnels. We actually just got back from Funnel Hacking Live, a big conference they had. And I've just loved the space. I've been with Mailbox Power for a few months now, and this thing is a gold mine. I absolutely love what we have, and I just want to be extremely loud about it because I want everybody to use us. I sure will get into the all the things with Mailbox Power, but the way people and companies use us is just absolutely amazing. We're just a great way to be able to think, retain, and prospect for customers. So everyone's like, "Who uses you guys?" I'm like, "Everybody needs us. Let's go." Um, so, do you want me to get deep into what Mailbox Power is now, or should we gradually get into it?
Let's just jump in. Just tell me all
Okay.
about it.
Let's just drop in. I love it. Okay. So before I came over to work for Mailbox Power, I came over to our facility here because I'm actually live in Boise, but I am actually in the HQ right now. But I came over and I was like, wow, this feels like home. This is cool. And so I can kind of show off a little bit of what we have here in the next little bit. But what we have with Mailbox Power is we're software based, but we also have a facility, a shipping facility here as well, that is extremely robust. Um, so when you come into the Mailbox Power website, you're able to use the software. We have two levels of what you can use, the pro and the executive. And through our software, you're able to send out postcards, greeting cards, custom t-shirts, customized golf balls, brownies, um, and so much more. And you don't have to send out 1,000 of them or 200. You send out one of them if you want to. It's extremely customized. And on mailboxpower.com, their software, you can customize it all right there. So, for example, we have the shirt that we send out to all of our affiliates. It says automation is our superpower. So you can make this shirt and send it out, be it at your house in 2 days, right? Or the next business day. And so it's just really nice. And it connects, it works really well with ClickFunnels, High Level, and a bunch of others. You're able to just put in your contacts and be able to send them out next day. So it is very cool. I'll just show this as well. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, this is our facility here. And you can't see the whole thing, but included here is our golf
Good.
ball
So
printer, yeah, and our shirt printer. And then we have our greeting card and postcard printer over there as well. And it's very robust. There's so many things that we do. We're just trying to be loud and tell everyone all the things. So it's pretty awesome.
that is pretty awesome. What I'm curious about is because marketing and stuff like this can be a lot of times whether depending, I guess, on the business, very local or very international, how do you guys handle the international part, or are you guys still just very much America based?
No, we can ship out as well. It may take a little bit longer, a little bit more cost, if you will, on some of that as well, but we could definitely ship out anywhere. Um, and like I said, it may take just a little bit longer, but yeah, we can do it all. Doesn't matter where you're at.
Really? So I could be like in Antarctica?
Yes. Yep. So, for example, when the post office is closed, we're closed because we rely heavily on the post office. So if it can be shipped out, we can do it. And yeah, it works out well.
Interesting. I had like so I am based in El Salvador. I don't live in America.
Very,
And
very cool.
I've worked with people and a lot of times, with products and stuff like that, a lot of times the big issue with me specifically is that I'm not in America. My coworker, Shannon, she's my co-host. She is like, we had this one guy offer us some bath bombs and he was like, well, I can send you the bath bombs, but I can't send it to her because the shipping stuff is always really hard here. Um, so it's really interesting that you guys can sort of do it everywhere.
hmm We've been around for a while, so we figured out the kinks and all that. Yeah, but we can do it.
That's amazing. And I know that what you're doing in Mailbox Power is, you are head of PR, right? Or PR
hmm
manager? Mhm. How has since it's only a few months, I imagine it's still, a journey of going, but how has it been to transition into this company that seems like it's already growing a lot and really fast from where you were at before?
It's awesome. I'm pretty well known in this space, so we've been able to make some really good connections. So I cover all of our socials as well. I'm also head of the affiliates. Our affiliates is very big with our business. We've grown very fast with our affiliates, and they make an awesome commission with that as well. So um, our team that we have here at Mailbox Power is just we work very well together, which has been awesome. And then being able to get out the word about Mailbox Power has been extremely fun. We were just making like some spoofy ads in the facility and just having a blast. Like we have a massive, I want to say it's like a 20 by 12 freezer. So we're like, this is where all of our brownies are. We send these out everywhere. You got to send out brownies too. And so it's just fun because everyone can use us and everyone needs to use us. So it's been fun to get out the word and have a blast with it because there's other softwares out there that not everyone really needs it or can use it easily. And so with what we have, it's like, hey, let's go use us. We want to help you out as much as possible. So the PR side of it is very fun. And we just really want to be able to have our users be heard as well. So for example, this morning I was like, hey, what else do you want in our catalog? Because we want to add more stuff. And so we've been making that really fun too.
Yeah, I think that's definitely helpful. With businesses that are a little bit more niche, you really have to focus on that specific clientele to kind of get that. Whereas, yeah, I mean, what you're doing is very universal, which is great because you have like a huge portion of just the market that can somehow relate and want to use your business.
hmm Yeah, for sure. Like there's other companies out there that may just do postcards, greeting cards, things like that. But there's other companies out there that may do t-shirts. Or there's maybe other companies out there that maybe only ship out a ton of product. They can't do the things on demand. So we are very specific on what we do and very easy to use. So it's like, yes, use us. We'll help you out. We got this. It's really cool.
So, you mentioned earlier that you are also head of affiliates, and affiliate marketing has worked a lot for you guys.
hmm
Our audience consists of a lot of up and coming business owners who are sort of attempting to try different marketing strategies, branding strategies, etc. I think one of the biggest patterns that we see is people who are talking about affiliate marketing. Um, what do you think makes affiliate marketing successful for a business and how? And I guess my other question is, I'm just going to bundle them all together. Um, do you think it works for every type of business or it's, more specific to certain ones?
Daniela, your questions are amazing. This is so good. And I love all the affiliate stuff. So keep on going with those. Yes. So affiliates work really well, especially if you have a community that really is like raving fans, because everyone you talk to about Mailbox Power, they're going to be like, Yes, we love them. It's worked so well with our business. And we're like, yes, okay, great. Here's your affiliate links. Go ahead and use them. And with our affiliates, you could only promote Mailbox Power if you're a user of ours. There may be other softwares out there that's like, yeah, use our links, spread the links everywhere. But it's like, no, we want our users to be able to understand the product because that's the only way it's going to be, be able to get the message across. So that's been awesome. And then also what I do is we have an affiliate power hour every Tuesday at 10 with Turner. And so I teach our affiliates every week, same time every week, same day. And it's been awesome to be able to teach them what I can every week to help them to make sure they know exactly what's going on in this facility, and make sure they know what we can provide as well. Because we provide so many things, we want to make sure our affiliates can get out the message as well. Because we're running ads, getting this message out to as many as we possibly can. So it's like we have our affiliate army that's doing the same thing. And so it's been very, very awesome because they may be making YouTube videos, social content too. So we're really just working as a team. And if you can do that in your business, do it, go for it, start yesterday. And you want to help them out as much as you possibly can. So we do an affiliate package that goes out to them as soon as they sign up. So they'll get this t-shirt. They'll also get a mug with their name on it with this logo, and then also a pack of brownies and other things. So they know exactly what they are promoting. And so they can show that on their content. And so if you can provide your affiliate army with this necessary tools that they can have, that's the best thing you can do. And then also love on those people because they're helping you out. And then vice versa. So it's been great. You asked, does every business need that? I would say if you can do it right, go for it.
Yeah, I wonder if it works mostly just for every type of business. So I've seen or I've talked to some people who feel like it's a complete failure, and then they're kind of like just like, "Oh, I'm
Mm.
just not going to do it anymore. I'm going to focus my marketing efforts on this other thing." And I can't really speak for everybody, but my conclusion is that it really depends on how relevant online your company is. That's kind of like what I feel. So I feel like if
Hmm.
you have the type of business that's very like that has a very active community on the internet, it will really work. I feel like if it's like from person to person, type of business, it might not be that way, but that's kind of my opinion.
Yeah, I would say that as well. And you need an affiliate manager. You're not going to be able to just get links out there. You need someone that is continually talking to these people because they're going to have questions. They're going to have needs, right? Because they're kind of making it their business. So that's a big part of it too. And you want to make sure you continually have new blood, new people promoting. It's just a nice way to keep that moving. So in my opinion, you definitely can have an affiliate army or program with your business. Just do it the right way and make sure those people are being taken care of.
I was muted, I'm sorry. um,
You're good.
I have like a question about affiliate marketing because we work with that too at Penji.
Hmm.
How do you keep I think one of the biggest things that I learned when I started doing affiliate marketing was how you have to sort of incentivize those people to use their codes to promote those links to get that ball rolling. And that's probably the hardest thing is to make people actually take action. Um and not forget about you, actually start sort of seeing those commissions come in, which is obviously I think at the end of the day, the biggest factor that's gonna drive someone to keep doing something is money. But until they start seeing it come in, you have to sort of push them to keep going. How do you sort of do that to keep those relationships strengthening, to keep that conversation going, to make sure that they don't forget about you, especially with people who probably do a lot of affiliate marketing with so many different businesses that they might just like forget. I think with affiliate marketing, sometimes you see that pattern of people signing up and then forgetting about you and never using that code, never using that link. Um, What's your advice to promote, to help with all of that, which is like probably some of the biggest or most complicated things that you run into with affiliates?
Yeah, you got to have communication. Communication is key. Like I said, I have the uh, affiliate power hour every Tuesday at Turn with Turner, right? So it's like I'm always making sure they are being taught every week, making sure they have a reason to come back, right? I'm going to teach them, and I also have calls to my affiliates. So I beginning of the year every year, I make sure they have a goal by the end of the year, okay, how many people would you want to have sign up for Mailbox Power? Okay, what's your 3 month, your 6 month, your year-long goal, and then your crazy goal. So I like to make it fun there. And so if I can help these affiliates to continue to have these goals and to say, hey, if you get 100 people signed up by the end of this year, we're going to do something crazy. We're going to have you come out to HQ. We're going to go crazy with, you know, it's specific to each person. But if you can have that continued constant contact with them, it goes a long ways. And then if you can help them to grow within their goals, but also help them to grow their business, I think is huge. So it's got to be that personal contact that goes a long way. And then you're always continuing to teach them the Facebook group and all that. I don't know if that answers your question, but it's all a human interaction that keeps them coming. And it's like, hey, you've got your code stuff. Share that on social, share that on your YouTube channel, get it everywhere. So that way, when those people think about, hey, sending out packages or gifts, they know to come to you because you are the one with the superpower. It's telling everybody.
You're at the forefront of their minds. Yeah.
Yes, all the time.
How about like affiliate marketing also is like very, very linked to influencers, people that
Mhm.
are very active on social media. When you are working with affiliates, do you have any like sort of profile in mind, or do you just kind of like because I have found that influencers and social media, like people are great for affiliate marketing, but they're not the only answer. A lot of times, sort of referrals from business owners are also great because
Mhm.
a business's clients might be really interested in your service. So it's like a cross promotion type of thing that would really help. Um, that's like my opinion and my experience has been that it doesn't have to necessarily strictly be with social media. So I'm usually
Mhm.
open to a lot of different types of people to become affiliates, and I mostly just want to hear like, what's your proposal, and then see if you're a right fit for Penji. But I wonder how you kind of approach that subject, or are you more the type of person that's just like whoever can come along can do it, and then like we'll see how it goes, or do you have a person in mind?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I'm going to answer this in kind of a proud way. But with our kind of year for goals for 2025 is we want to have our affiliate army, but we also have our JV partners. So with joint ventures, right? So I am I'm well known in this space. I want to stay as connected as I possibly can. I want to make sure when people think of Turner, they think of the most well connected person in the room. And so I've got a army of JV partners we're bringing in as well. The first of many is going to be Jim Edwards. He's massive in the copywriting space, and he has a ton of people on his email list, and so do we. And we know that Jim can teach our people, and we can teach his people, and so that's going to be a big part. Affiliates could do the one-to-one and build up that way, but we want our JV partners to be able to just go crazy with this thing and get our people to know their people and vice versa. And so we plan to do webinars with our JV partners, connections there. And they're ultimately going to be brand ambassadors. So they also post on their social media and we're going to send them swag boxes and so much more. So yes, affiliates grow like crazy, but the JV partners is also how we accelerate it. And we want to make sure everybody is understanding the product to be able to promote. Um, and so it's not going to be just just anybody can promote Mailbox Power. They have to have an active subscription because that's where their links are, right? They log in, the links are there. And so we want to make sure that they have that extra education on the product so they can kind of grow it from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. And I mean, you can't promote something that you, first of all, don't use or don't even like. Why would you be trying to get commissions out? You can't even properly promote it
Yeah,
if you don't know it. Because
exactly.
robots power, it's like Amazon,
Right.
and then just completely miss the mark on what I'm saying. And then, like it would just be a lot more problems than actual
Hmm.
solutions.
Hmm.
Um, When it comes to I think marketing in general is sort of moving. I think we're seeing a trend of personalized marketing, organic marketing, UGC sort of being the wave that's kind of leading the marketing efforts nowadays. Um, with all of that happening, combined with all the affiliate stuff that you guys do, just overall, how have you been able to, I guess, stay ahead of trends or kind of adapt what your marketing strategies are to this big need? Because I feel like it's also just the type of marketing that's very hard to predict because it's not a pattern as much as it is just sort of the natural way popping up.
Yeah, for sure. We have a bunch of marketers on our team. Um, Colby Zimmerman is one of our secret weapons. He has been with a bunch of awesome companies. We brought him in, and we're actually just making content with him before. But he's a genius on the whole marketing side and the ads and all that. And we're just trying stuff, right? Um, we've seen a bunch of people out there that have just been trying new things and all that, and you never know because it's always changing. Marketing is always changing. You kind of have to roll with it. Um, but yeah, like I said, we're always trying new things. We're doing spoofy things, trying to just try little things to make people continue to watch our ads, right? We have a bunch of awesome machinery. And so it's like, how do we continue to keep the machinery moving and then our ad following it as well, kind of catching people's eyes? Um, but yeah, like I said, everything is always changing as you know, but I feel like you kind of have to put your spin on it as well. So people understand who you are with your marketing as well, kind of like a fun little combination. But yeah, funny answer. But as things are always changing, we're always throwing darts at the dartboard, seeing what works for sure.
No, I think that's a lot of marketing in general is just throwing darts in a dartboard and seeing what works. To be fair,
Yeah.
for just I think I've done that too with my own efforts. Um, I also wanted to ask you because I think you guys are also you have a very sort of specific messaging, and kind of like you're very clear about what you do.
Mhm.
How have you been able to keep that messaging clear for the person sort of coming into Mailbox Power without kind of an idea of what it is and seeing if it's good? I think that that communication aspect is huge for getting clients because a lot of times people get confused with what you do. Um, and then if you don't tell them properly, then they're like, "What is this?" They're just signing up for what they didn't think they were going to do. How have you guys been able to sort of work along that message?
Mhm. That's a good question for sure. We want to make sure that every user comes into Mailbox Power is onboarded. We have so many different ways for them to get questions answered, and a lot of white glove help. So we want to make sure when they come into our software with our membership, want to make sure they know exactly what they're doing as they come in. Want to make sure that they can send out their first whatever, get their automation set up and all that. Because as they come into Mailbox Power, we want to make sure that they are able to continue to grow the relationship with their customers. And so we do the birthday marketing, the drip campaigns, and our dynamic QR codes and so much more. We do a lot of stuff, but we're like, we just want to make sure that you are able to stay in contact with your customer and all that. And we want to make sure we have such a powerful software. We want to make sure that they're able to use it. Not just going to sign up for this thing like, hey, I don't know what I'm paying for, but I am. It's a
Yeah,
software,
no.
like because that happens way too often. So that's why we have our onboarding agents that are killing it with these people that we really want to help them out because we know how powerful this thing is. Because we always say you can unsubscribe from an email, but you can't unsubscribe for something coming to your house, like a pack of brownies or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So big answer, but I think it goes a long way for that them understanding what they're signing up for.
No, it's a great answer, and I think, like, with the people that listen to our podcast, it's huge. Most of them always have these type of questions about how to do proper messaging, especially when they have, like, very intricate and niche type of SaaS companies,
Yeah.
like B2B companies. I think we get a lot of questions on that. And it's really interesting because you see a lot of business owners who go into their businesses without knowing anything about marketing or
Mhm.
not necessarily just marketing, but, like, different aspects of a business, and then they're kinda blindsided when they realize that they have to wear so many hats, and they have to figure out everything to make their business work, right? Like, you have to know everything about marketing, and you also need to know everything about HR if you want your business to thrive and succeed.
Yeah, we have our one of our founders of the company, Justin Biggs. He's absolute genius on the dev side. And then we have our others, our Brad Quintana, that's CEO and part owner as well. It's awesome when you can have a founder and then also visionaries, and our developer that, come together and share a vision. Because a lot of times you can have a developer that is trying to figure things out that maybe can't get the message out, or you have the visionary that doesn't know the dev. But we have both. We have the dev and the visionary that come together and
And then
just
make
make this,
something beautiful. Yeah.
oh, beautiful. Because it's like, and the communication in between all of that is so good. So the communication with all of the power that comes with that is huge, because you can tell, right?
Yeah. It's really important.
Mhm.
You can Sorry, I think you froze for a bit.
Oh,
Did you hear me?
yeah. Good now?
Oh,
Is the internet bad? Let's see. Let's see. Oh,
hello?
oh, is it
Hello?
better?
Yeah,
Is that good?
my
Okay.
Wi it was my Wi-Fi left, and then I just, like, connected to my data.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I know that you were having an awkward silence, but you were freezing, and I didn't know what you were
Oh,
saying.
no. We're back now. We're good.
Yeah, we're back. We can just pick up from I'll ask you a question, and we can just, like, pick up from there.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I love it.
So, Turner, you obviously, I think, you're obviously a very personable person, first of all, but also you kind of specialize, I would say, in relationship clients with just people that you could have partnerships with in business and stuff like that. For business owners who are very intimidated by that because they're shy, because they don't like to be on camera, whatever the reasoning may be, but know that there's a need for networking, for connection. What is your advice? Kind of make that process easier of PR.
Oh, yeah, that's so good. For me, I will go and walk in a room and I will talk to everybody, anybody. I just love it. But I know that there's people out there that are very introverted and it's just not their thing. Is that not your thing? Don't fake it, right? If you need to find someone on your team that is very personable and bubbly, find them and hang out with them, right? Because odds are you may have a different superpower that is your thing, but being the people person is maybe not. And that's okay. Like I said, don't fake it, but find your Batman and Robin, right? And kind of go
Yeah.
from there. Because I think that's a big thing. I think, and for me, I've either been the affiliate manager, PR person, or I've also had the title of relationship manager. So that's huge. So for me, being able to go to an event or, meeting new people, if I could have a meal with someone that we're, trying to work with, or just kind of hang out, that's the biggest thing, right? Or taking to golf, top golf. Um, that's the biggest thing, because that's where the memories start happening and so much more. You don't want to just dive right into your business, but if you can like find common ground and kind of go from there. Sorry,
Yeah.
I got a phone call. I think that's the biggest thing, that it goes a long way. And then you can always come back to, um, remember that, or, hey, remember that? Cause it's like, if you go to meet someone then, and then later, it's like, hey, I was just following up with our business conversation. It's like, no, throw that out, go back to finding common ground. And that's the biggest thing. I'd say that goes a long way.
And totally. I feel like also just trusting other people to do stuff that you're bad at is such good advice.
Yes.
I mean, like just to be frank, sometimes you just suck at something and it's fruit to just continue to try good at it because you're gonna suffer, I think. If you don't like to meet people, having to go through a conversation with someone all the time would probably be a nightmare. And you don't like sitting in a desk all day, forcing yourself to do that is also just a terrible kind of way to make it better. I think it's just better to just be like, you love doing this, you do it. Right.
Yes. Yeah. And if you have that person on your team, they'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Right. Because that kind of how I recharge is I talk, being around people. And a lot of times that's like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. Of course. And if you can, make that lasting long impression, find that common ground, it's going to pay off big time. So yes, that's a big deal. And odds are there's going to be someone on your team that can be able to do that. Don't have that yet. Find that person because it's
Yeah.
going to do you a lot of big things.
There's people in the world that are good at it and need a job.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And a lot of things, this is just kind of a side tangent to that. Within kind of marketing space that I've been in, we have something called Building Your Dream 100. So it's kind of like building and finding your dream contacts and clients. So I do a lot of that, looking for people that you really want to work with, maybe like really top tier people and then mid tier and then people that are going to be a little bit easier. And so I do that a ton and we send, fun gifts, things like that to our top tier people. And then when you build that relationship or start that, it's big to have that relationship manager or affiliate manager to continue to build those relationships because it goes a long way if you've been able to just build a relationship after a while.
It's totally important. And I think that's a great note to end this podcast on. So, Ariel, before we end it, though, I do want to give you the space to plug anything that you want to plug, promote anything. Right now is the time to shamelessly put in a word for whatever you want. And I will be adding links and everything to everything that you say on the description of the video so that the viewers can go and click on it. And for the listeners, go to the YouTube video so you can click on the links. So, floor's yours.
Yes, perfect. Well, come and use Mailbox Power, mailboxpower.com. Come on and get a call from us. When you come on to Mailbox Power, you get an onboarding call. And then throughout the whole weekdays, we have calls you can jump on to ask any questions. And we're 100% here to help you out. With Mailbox Power, as we talked about today, if anything sounds like, yes, I need that, follow that prompting, right? Because we want to help you to really stay in touch with your customers, to be able to thank your customers, retain your customers, and prospect for new ones. By doing that with, sending them a t-shirt, a pack of brownies, a postcard, a greeting card, we are the ones that are going to be able to help you out. Even if you wanted to make a Mifki box or like a box for people that come into your program, you want to greet them, let us do that for you. And then if you send out packages or like goodies, and maybe you have those things come to your house or your office, and then you package them yourself. No more of that. We want to do that for you. So if you're interested in that too, we can house all of your stuff here at Mailbox Power in our office here. You can actually rent space in our office to be able to have all that, and we ship it out for you. So if any of that sounds like you love it, let us know. We'll take care of you. We also have an awesome affiliate program that I just happen to be completely over that I want to help you to do that as well. So if you're like, hey, also my people need this too. Yes, let's get your people to use it. And you also get an awesome kickback commission. So we take care of you big time. So yes, mailboxpower.com. We also have our social media. You can look us up, just Mailbox Power, on Instagram, Facebook, and then on YouTube. So we can get you all those links too.
Awesome. Yes. And like I said, they will be on that description. So guys, if you want anything from Mailbox Power, go and click on those links. Turner, it was so great to have you on the podcast today.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys on the next episode and have a great day.
You've been listening to Fully Managed, brought to you by Penji. Check out the show notes to learn more about today's guest. And to learn more about Penji, the human-first creative subscription service, head over to penji.co. And by the way, if you're still listening, it would mean the absolute world to us if you were to share this podcast with a friend and, of course, subscribe.